So the only real country aside from Korea would be Japan.
Japan. I think Japan. Damn, and it's not a fetish thing, but because I'm not really into anime.
You're not into Japanese culture that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
but
think
like,
you just like the food.
the food is the main thing,
and you
I'm
love
really-
JAV.
Yeah. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, definitely, bro.
Welcome to The Worst Asian Podcast, where a couple Asian American millennials give you our shitty opinions on all things Asian. My name is Linji. I'm back here with my co-host. His name is Ben.
Yo, what's up, bro?
For once, we've changed clothing.
Yo,
This is the first.
I haven't seen you in a week, bro.
I remember there was one comment, I forget from who,
Uh-huh.
in the Spotify comment section, or there was a DM, I don't remember. And they were like, you guys didn't even make an effort to change clothes or... It's like you're not even pretending to be a...
We're not pretending to record multiple episodes.
We used to always...
We
remember,
used to,
I
yeah.
used to always tell you, make sure you bring an extra something, or you would just like take off your hoodie and just
Yeah.
wear that thing on the inside. We at least put in the effort
Yeah.
to try to make it look like we're different.
The funny part is that I took off my hoodie and Lindsay's like, yo, that's smart. We should look like we're changed. I was like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to do. Yeah.
For once, you got hot in my house because I have the heat pumping.
Oh, that's why.
Yo, because it's been
Oh.
so cold for like 3 weeks, and
I
then
see.
I've left the heat on for 3 weeks because I don't want my pipes to freeze because I have such poor insulation.
I remember Lindsay is always saying in the group chat, he's like, yo, my bill is going to be fucking. Oh, how is your bill actually?
My last month's bill was $770
Fuck.
to...
Fuck. God damn.
I paid $770 to be cold.
Yo.
I paid that much money to be moderately warm.
Yeah, you just just to be
Lukewarm.
chilly.
Lukewarm.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
My house was lukewarm for that much money last month.
Damn, it's been pretty bad, guys. It's you guys don't know, but they were saying that it was one part. It was colder in New York than it was in Antarctica. There was one day I think that happened.
You know,
at
the
a certain
cold
time.
wouldn't be so bad or as annoying,
Uh-huh.
but because we had the big snowstorm and then the
The
free-
cold front. Yep.
it came for 2 weeks. None
Yeah.
of the snow, well, not none, but like
Most of the fucking
snow is still there,
It's still here.
and it's frozen.
Yeah.
So when you're driving anywhere, what used to be a 2-lane is now a 1 lane. What used to be 3 lane is now 1.5 lanes.
Yeah.
So there's traffic everywhere.
It's really bad for people that have to commute to work all the time.
Really,
and
really
especially
bad.
if you don't have a parking spot.
Yeah.
There's been a thing going on where people are just, if your car has just been parked for a while, they just sacrifice your car and just put all the snow on that one car.
Oh, you mean because there's nowhere to put the snow?
There's none, yeah. So some people have been snowed in. It's pretty crazy, bro.
I saw this one video of a guy who
Yeah.
tried to get out of a spot where he was buried in, but he didn't have a shovel. So he
Uh-huh.
eventually just drove onto the sidewalk. And he was driving on the sidewalk trying
Yeah.
to look for somewhere to get out,
Yeah.
but he failed, so he had to go around the sidewalk.
Yo, that's
in his
crazy.
car.
That's crazy, man.
I think if it's a snowstorm and on the
Yeah.
second, third day, when you know that there's a frozen, freezing front, whatever you call
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
coming, if you have not shoveled yourself out, you just have given
Yes.
up. You know you're going to be there for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, because now it's not just like soft white snow. It's just
It's
hard
ice.
ice.
It's frozen ice everywhere. It's really, really bad. There is even trucks on the major streets over here on Northern Boulevard where they have the little not excavators, backhoe, whatever.
What do you
Those
do?
little like tow truck thingies.
The ones that actually take care of the snow?
Yeah, like they'll
Snow plows?
they'll pick up the snow and put it into like a dump truck. And the dump trucks are taking the snow away from the streets because there's
Yeah,
nowhere
yeah.
to put it.
Right.
What we need is like a flamethrower truck.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
it just melts all the snow and it goes
Yeah.
into our sewer system, which is already there.
yeah,
That'll
I
probably
agree.
be a lot better.
I agree. But yeah, it's been pretty bad. I hope everyone's staying safe and warm out there for now.
I think when this episode comes out,
Yeah.
it should be the end of February. If by the time this episode is out, it's still cold,
Yeah.
then my heating bill might get to $1,000.
Yeah,
which might be a new
yo.
record.
Holy
Might get to $1,000. I think $770 this month was maybe not my all-time high. I think once I had a bill for $800 something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Dude,
It's
that's,
so
that's
bad.
almost rent.
It's so bad.
God damn, that's high.
It's so bad.
But speaking of, utilities and the cost of living.
Oh, great segue, Ben. For once, you had a great segue.
Thank you.
All right, guys. As you can see from the title of this podcast, or I guess you can't see if you're on autoplay or something.
Yep.
The topic for today is: would we ever move to Asia? As in, would we ever live there full time, either forever or for like multiple years? What would be the reason why we would go over? And then I have my assistant ChatGPT help me with some information on the cost of living in some Asian countries. So we will go through over that today. Sorry, I got some coffee stuck in my throat. I'm just trying to work through that. Give me 1 minute, Ben talk.
Sounds like you need a cookie in the meantime. But yeah, today's episode, we're going to talk about would we respectfully live in our respective Asian countries?
Why do we have to respectively this, respectively that? I don't know. Why is everything respectful?
I don't respectfully. But yes, go on. Welcome back.
Would you ever, the main question is, would you ever, Ben, live in an Asian country? Let's talk about best case scenario. Best case scenario. Yeah. Not that like you're just sent over there for some stupid reason, but best case scenario, hypothetical.
Yeah.
How can you imagine yourself moving to Asia? So, I have one answer in my head.
I'm just banned from America.
No.
For love.
For love. For marriage.
Yeah.
For family, something like that. Yeah. That's the only reason I can see you ever living in Asia or Korea or somewhere.
Got you. Or I committed like a heinous crime here.
And you had to just run away?
Yeah.
Wait, can you live in?
I don't have citizenship, so no. I'll be there, and I'll have to convince them. I'm Korean. I sort of got one of you guys. Like,
does your dad has citizenship there, right?
He has, yeah.
Okay.
He has dual citizenship.
Okay. Let's for the purposes of this podcast, we're gonna throw the whole visa thing out of the way, just because it makes it too complicated. So if you could live there, would you live there? And it's probably only for love, for like a wife or something, right? You would never yourself choose to live there.
Yeah, like if I'm just solo and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind living there. I wouldn't mind if I told myself like, okay, I don't have to be. I don't want to say stuck, but I have to live there permanently. I don't know. I still
so it's a different question.
Yeah, exactly.
Living there forever.
Forever. That's I think what we should ask.
Compared to living there, what's a long period of time? Like 2-3 years? 2-3 years is a long time, right?
I think that's a good amount of time. Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever yourself live there for 2-3 years?
I would try it. I actually would try it because I think it would be good for me. Yeah, because it'll be like I could maybe find a wife.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't put me in the military. I'm too old anyway. That would be funny.
Well, if you're a U.S. citizen, you're going to go there. They're not going to put you in the military, so that's okay.
I think it would be really, really cool. Only because we did some research for our respective countries.
Yeah.
And there was some good points. I was like, okay, you know what? It doesn't seem that bad.
Besides family, for me, it would be hard. It would be a harder choice because I have a son, I have a wife, I have my parents here as well. Yeah. But let's say for you, it's a little bit easier. Let's say for whatever reason, you don't have to factor in your parents and your brother.
Yeah.
I guess your brother is a non-factor to begin with.
Yeah.
Let's say you don't have to factor in your parents, right?
Yeah.
Would you actually want to go just try to live there, work a couple years, and just see what happens?
Yeah. I mean, there was a time where I was like thinking, how a lot of people become like English teachers and stuff?
Yeah.
I actually just was like, oh, let me just see what it's like.
Do you need to know Korean to teach English?
No, you don't. That's the crazy part. You don't. There's levels to it. So there's like people that are like the most highly sought after are the ones that can speak English. Probably has like a degree in teaching.
Oh yeah,
a degree in English, right? And then you could actually speak Korean.
Okay.
So those are like the top of the top
tier.
Yeah, I'm tier 10. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how good your English is.
Yeah, it's exactly. So out of 1 to 10, I'm probably 1 being the best. I'm probably like a solid 10 or 12. So it's like, oh, you just happen to speak English?
Yeah.
You look Korean. You know what? We'll give you a shot.
I do think the fact that you look Korean, regardless if you cannot speak it well, goes a long way.
Yes. And my Korean manners, I got that down to a T.
Do you?
Yo, bro, I'm mad polite, bro. I do the egg.
You've never once bowed to me.
You're not Korean, man.
I've never once bowed to me.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, shit. What's the word that I learned recently for leader of a group?
Hi, too. I don't know.
It's the one that you told me. Oxford Dictionary, it means the leader of a group.
No, that was for senior people. Oh, the senior group? I forgot the word to myself.
Oh, my God.
I
forgot this goddamn word.
I told you I'm tier 12.
Tier 12 at the bottom.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that alone will save me enough that I can live there. But
you mean the fact that you look like it?
Yes.
You can just put on your headphones and pretend that you can't hear people.
I was also thinking about speaking of headphones. You know how they have the new technology where you can speak into it, like the AirPods now apparently can
live translate.
Yeah, isn't that pretty cool?
Okay, how bad is your Korean? Do you need live translation, or do you need it as like, how do I say this?
If I need to just survive, so, like basic surviving, right? Korean?
Yeah. Could you?
I can do that.
But you can't like have an extensive conversation.
No. So like, let's say I was trying to find the love of my life.
Yeah.
And she can only speak Korean.
Yeah.
It would be pretty hard, I think. I mean,
okay.
I did date girls that I had to use Google Translate.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, dude.
For Korean?
No, just for any other person that couldn't speak English. There was one time I went to a club and I remember there was this Brazilian girl.
Yeah.
She couldn't speak a word of English.
Portuguese, right?
Portuguese, exactly. Yeah. I remember I was sitting at a table and there was like this Russian DJ guy. And then he was like, he's like, hey, you could talk to her. Because I was asking, hey, is she single? He's like, yes, she is. And he's like, and I kept going to him, like, giving like side-by-side commentary. I was like, yo, she doesn't speak English at all. I was like, but watch this, bro. So I pulled out my phone. I had Google Translate. Let's just say it ended well. But
guys, by now you know what that means. I don't even have to say what that means.
I just remember.
Why did you have to even say that?
Because like,
I wasn't gonna ask that.
No, because like, what if you're like, oh, it probably didn't do anything, but it actually worked out. That's what I'm saying. Like, it actually, Google Translate worked. Google-san, he's great.
Google-san is a great wingman.
Yeah, and I remember the DJ was like, "Oh, very good,
very good,
very good." He was laughing.
With his Russian accent.
Yeah, he was telling his friends, "Oh, look at the Chinese guy. The Chinese guy got the girl." He was like, "Oh,
Chinese guy." Oh God.
But yes, going back to Korea.
So if someone just said to you,
"Yeah,
I have a job offering for you.
Yeah,
I'll do all the logistics, paperwork.
Right, exactly.
You have to live in Korea for 2-3 years at a bare minimum.
I would consider it.
Would you consider it?
I would.
Would you really consider it?
Yeah, yeah, because when I was younger, I was thinking about being a teacher.
Because you have nothing to lose in this country. You have nothing anyways.
I have nothing. I have a lot. I actually owe a lot.
You have nothing.
I owe a lot, actually. So I should run away from this country.
You should run away from all your debt.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a thing where I see people say, like, when they move back to their home countries, if they're never going to come back to the U.S.,
they just
max out their credit cards. They just max out everything.
They just buy with all the debt money into Korea and they're like bankrupts and shit.
Can you use your credit card to buy crypto?
Yeah, technically you can now.
Can you?
Yeah, you're right.
Probably have to pay some kind of fee or like
there's a fee for sure. But if you're fucking like disappearing from the world,
if you're never coming back to the US, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Would you be like barred from MasterCard's affiliate credit card in Korea or something?
Yeah, we're just giving terrible ideas.
This is a really bad idea. Okay, so you probably would. I think.
Yeah. Going back to you too.
If I was single,
if you're single, yeah,
I would definitely do it.
Not that year because you're happily married.
I'm happily married.
Yes, and your wife is maybe listening now.
You know, like me and my wife have like joked about that idea too. I think if it was not for my son and giving him like a steady life and not having him leave his friends and his system, his everything. I think if it was
his
just
roots.
If it was just me and my wife,
yeah,
I think she would have no problem as long as the two of us are together. She wouldn't care about whatever. And then we watch so much shit about like stuff in Asia. It's cheaper. There's like we love Chinese food.
Yeah,
not because we're Chinese, but I'm just saying like we love food.
Yeah.
So there's so much stuff in Asia that if we live there, we could definitely make it work.
Yeah.
But the main thing is just that we have a son.
So, and also the thing too is that like we happen to live in not only just New York, but we grew up in Flushing. You know, so it's like
it's pretty much China.
It's pretty much so. It's really interesting. We're taking like if you live in Nebraska, you're probably like, yeah, hell yeah. I'm like, I want to go live in Korea or China.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. Because it's so different to you. It's so unique.
So different. Yeah. You know, it's interesting how a lot of like married couples, before they have a kid, they're always like, you know, before we have a kid, we just want to be married. We want to enjoy, you know, just being
two of us.
Yeah, two of us and travel, you know, and like try new things. And I was like, oh shit, that's really, really interesting, you know? So
I think newlyweds
yeah,
probably could make it work.
Yeah,
you could just make it work somehow. Just go to a different country, live there for a couple of years. Maybe just travel across all those Asian countries for a couple of years and just make it work somehow because you're never going to get that chance once you have kids because then your kids become your priority.
Yeah.
Whatever makes sense for them, that's what you're going to do. You'll put your own like wants and desires on the back burner.
Yeah.
Because me and my wife joke like when our son turns 18 in the future, we'll have a serious conversation about like, do we want to just move back to Asia and like, just, you know, hang out and chill, whatever. Because money goes a long way. Food goes a long way.
Oh, that's like a new thing you've been thinking about.
Yeah, that's like a real thing. Because, like, assuming that our son is independent enough to, like, figure his shit out in college and like post college.
Or he's just like hates you guys like, oh, F you, dad.
All right, fuck you, I'm leaving this country.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
He's like,
So that's a serious conversation that we would have. So
yeah.
in my particular case,
Mhm.
the most realistic way that it would happen
Yeah.
is when my son gets old enough that he's by himself, that he doesn't need us full time, and then me
Right.
and my wife, assuming that everything else is okay, we would have a serious conversation about like, do we want to do this
Yeah.
forever or for a couple years or some period of time, because I can't do it right now. We just can't.
Yeah. He's right now. He's especially your son. He's like into his fucking. He's developing his.
He's in that phase where he's making friends.
Yeah.
He's like figuring out. It's just if he wants to move to Asia, China in the future when he's older, that's one thing. But at the very least, like he needs to have his childhood just be as normal as possible. Because I
Yeah.
don't want to have.
It makes a big difference
Yeah.
when moving. It does.
Because like some kids who travel around a lot, either if their parents are in the military or for work purposes or whatever, it's hard because you make friends for a couple
Yeah.
years and then you leave, and you gotta make friends
Yeah.
again and leave.
Yeah.
That probably, I assume that does something to you mentally, right?
Yeah, of course. Especially like when it involves like high school to college friends.
Yeah.
It really does shape you, and it could really be deterring, or it could be like, it could enforce things too.
You and I are lucky enough that we've had like a very core group of friends for 3+ decades, right?
Yeah.
If we didn't have that, especially me, because I'm an only child,
yeah.
so sometimes like I joke with people that you guys are like my surrogate
yeah.
siblings, because I don't
Yeah.
have that sibling relationship.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have that, and also my son is an only child.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's crazy. I tell people, when I talk to people about our podcast and like how did it start, the relation that we have, and they're like, oh wow. The biggest response I get or reaction is, oh, we've been friends since we're a kid. That's the one people really, oh
Yeah.
wow, you guys known each other for that long. It's like, yeah, actually.
I thought it was more normal, but
No, it's not.
to your point,
It's
a
really
lot of people don't have
rare.
that.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, like even right now I have some college friends that moved out, because the cost of living here has just been crazy.
Yeah.
And like we live in Flushing, and Flushing is becoming like the hub.
More and more expensive.
It's, like we just heard there's gonna be a casino that's opening up.
All that Chinese loan shark money is coming in.
It's gonna come in hard now.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, like, we have the Mets, like the fact that we have a actual Major League Baseball, and then we have the US Open here. That's
The
crazy.
soccer field is supposed to be built by
I
the
forgot about
summer.
that. I forgot about
by
that
the
too.
summer.
Like we have all these major fucking
Did
like
you see what their
corporations.
mascot is for the soccer team here?
It's just like old Chinese dude.
It's like
Or
a pigeon or something.
It's a
I
pigeon?
think it's a pigeon.
That's kind of funny.
I have to look this up later.
I kind of hope it is a pigeon.
think
That'd
it's
be
a pigeon.
hilarious. I really hope it's a fucking pigeon
I think it's a pigeon.
with like Tim's or something. That'd be fucking
Yo!
hilarious. They should do something like that.
Oh my
That'd be
god! He
hilarious.
should wear Tim's. He should wear
Yes.
Tim's and like
That's
a
for the
North
soccer
Face
team?
jacket.
Yeah,
No, no.
North Face jacket.
North Face puffer jacket and
Oh.
like Tim's.
And in the background, it's just a slice of pizza. That's gonna be the mascot for New York.
I think
For the soccer
for the
team.
soccer team. Yeah,
That's
for the
pretty
soccer
cool.
team. Oh yeah. You were saying before like how it's
Mhm.
for someone that lives in somewhere where there's no Asian culture
Yeah.
to move to somewhere in
Like
Asia.
Nebraska or something.
It's like easy choice, right?
yeah.
As long as nothing is like holding him down here, it's an easy choice. Go try it for a couple of years. Maybe you'll fall in love. Maybe you do it. You'll just live there forever. Have you seen like that series on YouTube from CNBC? Is it CNBC? Make
Probably.
It Money Maker or something. So they show
No.
like a lot of people who move overseas, and a lot of them like move to Asia because cost of living is better.
Yeah. That was the biggest thing I didn't know. Actually.
Cost of living.
I didn't know that.
Cost of living.
I actually did some research.
Did you do some research?
I did. Yeah, it was pretty surprising.
All right. So we talked about what cases we would move to Asia. Now, what's some of the reasons why we would never move to Asia?
Right. Biggest one. It's not New York. That's the biggest one. It's just there's language barrier.
Language barrier is
Right.
definitely the big thing. Even my Chinese is
Yeah.
probably worse than your Korean is. And I think it would be very, very hard.
Yo, they're gonna be like squinting you, like, what is this guy saying? They'll look at you like, I think he's speaking Korean to us.
You know how I said the fact that you look Korean makes it easier and I look Chinese that makes it easier? But I've heard from other people that even though we may look the same, once people start interacting with us, they'll treat us like foreigners.
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
they will not speak things properly, will not be
Yeah.
able to like understand some of the nuances, like the cultural references of like certain things.
Yeah.
You're not bowing low enough. There's like
Yeah.
things that we're gonna do wrong that's gonna piss off
My
people.
my own dad treats me like a foreigner just because of the language. Because he's always like, oh, if your Korean one's better, da da da. So I'm like, oh shit, that's true.
So I think incorporating into the culture for us might be
Yeah.
very, very hard.
Yeah.
No matter how good our intentions are.
Yeah,
It's like you want to be immersed in Korean culture or for me, Chinese culture, but they may not want you to be.
You know what I like watching sometimes on YouTube is people that aren't Chinese, right? Like we talk about what's that guy's name? Xiao Ma, right?
Yeah,
But then now there's a lot of black dudes,
there's a lot of
like black dudes that could speak really good Chinese. I'm like,
yeah.
and they look like they're from not like they look like they're from New York and
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like, holy shit, that's really cool. And I love seeing the Chinese people's reaction because I know in China, what's great about China is that like when you speak it, you have to speak it well. And they're really high on like enunciation and pronunciation.
Yeah, that's where I fail.
Yeah, so once you can master that, they're like, wow. And then once you could master Chinese and it's better than most people, they're like, wow, that's like a mark of like, wow, this guy's important.
But if they throw you into the fire without Google
Yeah.
Translate, you would
Yeah.
learn so much more in a year than you've probably learned your entire
That is
life.
true. It's just crazy. I don't know how like Chinese is so hard. That's the thing. Like just how you guys say it.
But if you're forced into it, especially
Yeah.
because you have some foundation in it,
Sure,
that if you're just forced into it, you're probably like a first grader, second grader, right?
right,
But it's easier for you to pick up Korean if they just threw you into the fire than some person that has no foundation
That's true.
whatsoever. So I think like for your own cultural level and stats, maybe just like throwing you into it might be
Yeah.
a good idea.
But
What's some other reasons why we would probably never move to Asia?
I mean, like mainly it's because of the food, right? It's
Never? I said never.
never.
Yeah. What's the reasons why we would not move to Asia?
I mean, also, can I just did we talk about being friends and stuff like that?
Oh,
Proximity.
leaving our friends.
Yeah, family, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess that's one thing. If you have friends and family here, that's gonna be really, really hard.
Do you think you can? Family is a different story.
Yeah,
At least for me, it is. But do you think
Okay.
you can leave your friends?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I know I'm pretty social. I can make friends, but it's so weird, especially if you're doing it alone. That's the biggest part. It's like when you go there, there's no support group for you. Like you really have to figure everything out on your own. Like,
So maybe it's harder to go as a single person. It's easier to go as a couple.
maybe as a couple for sure, but as a single person, it could be really daunting. Like the language barrier, just like trying to travel. I'm assuming it's gonna be really hard.
Homesickness really
Yeah.
hits hard.
Imagine like you just land in China, right? Or I'm landing in Korea at the airport. You're like, holy shit, this is like, it's just too much.
It is.
You
It
know?
is.
You're like, let me get my flight back. Actually, you might actually think that instantly. Just trying to get into the cab and be like, oh, like where do I go? Looking at a map and then trying to like, I don't know, like find out where you live and stuff.
So maybe the downside is the fact that you have friends.
yeah,
If you
like-
had no friends or like
Yeah.
not many close friends,
yeah,
or your friends are already like scattered around the country, then it's easier to say, guys, I'm
Yeah.
moving over there.
it's nice when you get to say like, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be with my family.
Yeah.
Then it's like they have everything set up for you. It's like you have your own concierge program.
Yeah.
But imagine like you just
What about
go.
career?
Career? I mean, like I'm sure they have some kind of like booklet that say, hey, this is what you do. We'll give you the where you stay.
Oh, that's if they have a job offering for you.
But I think like the biggest thing is like just being lonely.
It is being lonely. You would need
Yeah.
some kind of structure.
Yeah.
Even if you're working for like an English teaching company,
Yeah.
even if you have like a few coworkers that you can speak English with, it's not the
Right.
same thing as like leaving all your close friends and having
Yeah.
to like start anew.
Yeah.
If you move to Korea, you'll be calling me at like 4 a.m. in the morning because you're
Right.
lonely. I'll be like, dude, I'm fucking trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. So I think that would be like the biggest thing, like as one of the reasons why I would never move.
So I guess so far we've kind of stumbled upon the fact that if you're like newly married without kids, maybe you should
Yeah.
if you want to.
That might be exciting. It's like, oh, look at us doing a cool
And you have
cool
each other
adventure.
to like fall back on.
Yes.
Because as long as I'm with my wife, I don't think I'll ever feel that lonely no matter where I'm living.
Yeah.
Because we can talk shit about the stuff to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In real time.
Yeah.
Where like, sometimes when like you're with your significant other and then you go on a vacation,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool meeting other significant others too.
Yeah.
As long as the pineapple isn't upside down, you know what I'm saying?
No pineapples.
I mean, if you like, then go for it. But you know what I mean? It's like, oh, there's been times where you'll befriend people.
Okay, so let's talk about the cost of living.
Yes, let's go
'Cause
into
that's
that.
probably a reason why a lot of people choose to go overseas. I was telling you about that YouTube series that I watch where a lot of people are moving overseas and they talk about their reasons why. And I think the number one reason is they always say, oh, I make I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers, right?
Mhm.
I make 30,000 a year. In America, I would be in poverty, but
Yeah.
in China, I'm upper middle class or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
So your dollar, your
It goes a
your money
long
goes a
way.
long, long way.
I love how that Linji. I thought this was his son's homework. That just stumbled on.
I've got a chart.
Yes, Linji has an
I've
actual
got a chart.
Yes.
So in the past, I would do this research by myself, but I have Gemini Pro. Gemini is Google's Chat GPT,
I
right?
thought that was crypto.
I think that is a platform, right?
Oh, it is?
Gemini?
Maybe.
I think it is a. Anyways, I use Google's AI chat robot thing to make a chart. I can tell it to make a chart. It's crazy. I ask for the information
Yeah.
and then I tell it to put it in a chart form. It's so useful.
I'm gonna start doing this for work.
It's so useful.
I actually need that. Yes. Okay.
It's so useful. Anyways, so the cost of living is the main reason why a lot of people would move overseas.
Yeah.
So just to make things easier, because China has a million different cities and they're all like, some are cheaper, some are more expensive. Korea, other Southeast Asian countries, same thing too, right?
Yeah.
I'm just choosing the most expensive city for every country.
Okay.
So we can compare apples to apples, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If you can afford to live in the most expensive city in that country, then obviously you can afford to live anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
All right. So that just makes it like a little bit easier. And for comparisons, I've got numbers for New York and Los Angeles.
Oh, nice.
So we know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. Ben, when we talk about cost of living, what is the number one metric that we can use to easily understand how much it costs to live in a certain place?
Rent.
Cost of a Big Mac. We all have a reference in our head for how
Yes.
much a Big Mac should cost.
Oh yes, I forgot. Yes.
So this is to me, to my big brain.
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna look up the cost of a Big Mac in all these major countries.
The Big Mac scale.
The Big Mac scale.
Yes.
This is my Big Mac scale. All right, Ben. This is it. This is actually pretty good. How much do you think a U.S. Big Mac is on average now? Just a sandwich, not a meal.
Just a sandwich. Thank
and
you.
this is on average because I know in certain places it's slightly cheaper.
Okay.
But in 2026, do you know how
mhm.
much it costs for a Big Mac on average in the U.S.?
$6.99.
$7.29
Oh, not bad. Okay.
for just a Big Mac, which kind of sounds insane.
That is pretty insane.
Because I remember it used to be like an expensive $3-4,
Yes.
but now it's an expensive $7.29.
Back then in high school, it used to be $5.42 for us.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, $7.29 is in New York, Los Angeles. The Big Mac costs $6.60 on average.
Damn. Okay.
So let's just say $7 because it's right in the
Okay.
middle. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the U.S. in the big places, it's $7 for a Big Mac.
Okay.
Ben, what do you think is the most expensive Asian city to live in? This is kind of obvious.
I'm
Crazy
gonna
Rich Asians
say,
live in
Hong Kong, Singapore.
Singapore. Singapore
Singapore.
is the most expensive Asian country. How much
Yes.
do you think in that country a Big Mac costs?
Probably like $40.
It's not as expensive as the U.S.
I would say it's probably like 11.
I say it's not as expensive as the U.S.
It's cheaper. That much cheaper? I'll say $5.
$5.
Oh, $5?
It's $5.17 for a Big Mac in Singapore. So Singapore is $5.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it costs for a Big Mac in Hong Kong?
$4.
$3.
Damn.
And everyone says
Damn.
so the cost of living in Hong Kong is notorious for being expensive.
Yeah.
Same thing for Singapore, but on average, they're still cheaper than our most expensive cities here.
That's they consider In-N-Out in the States very cheap. I believe an In-N-Out burger is around that price. And that's for like a double.
In-N-Out is cheap.
Yeah, so that's the fact that a Big Mac
is more expensive.
Yeah, it's too big. Yeah, wow.
You can get 2 In-N-Out burgers, right?
For one Big Mac.
For one Big Mac.
That's
and then you can
crazy.
just put them together
That's crazy.
and make a much more tasty double-decker burger.
And it's healthier, technically.
I don't know if it's healthier
Compared to McDonald's, I think so.
because of the quality of the food or just
Just
because of
quality.
calories.
No, it's just quality.
Just the actual quality of the meat
Yeah.
itself. All
That's
right.
crazy.
Ben, Korea, China, let's just talk about that because you and I have the most reference to.
Mhm.
So in the US, the average income is $6,800 net per month. In
Okay.
New York, it's $5,600 in Los Angeles. So New York, the net
It's so
income
more.
is $6,800. Los Angeles, it's $5,600. Let's just say it's $6,000.
Okay.
Right? Can you guess what the average income is in Singapore?
In Singapore, I'm going to guess 4?
It's $5,000 in Singapore. In
Okay.
Hong Kong,
Definitely 4.
it's 3. In Korea, the average monthly net income is
I'm going to guess 3.
it's 3. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
In Seoul, South Korea, it's 3.
Yes.
And in the most expensive city to live in China, Shanghai,
yes.
the average net income is only $1,400.
What?
Yeah. That's the most
So it's
expensive
half
city.
of Korea?
Yeah. So just to keep this
Oh,
a little bit
shit,
less
yeah.
confusing for you, because you guys don't have the chart in front of you. In Shanghai, China, which is the most expensive city, a Big Mac is $3.50. In South Korea, the most expensive city, in Seoul, South Korea, the most expensive city there, it's $3.80. So we're still talking about like half the cost of a US Big Mac.
Yeah.
Your dollar really goes a long way.
That's crazy.
Which means that like if you have any kind of decent savings, as long as you're not going to these countries with $0 in your bank account,
Yeah.
if you're going there with some kind of savings, you can live how many years?
You know, it's crazy. When I was doing the research, I was like, oh my God, I had no idea the cost of living was that much lower. Because I just assume like it's more, because everything looks cleaner, more advanced.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, it's got to be more. And like space might be an issue.
Space might be an issue. But then like
Especially
if you live
in Korea.
in Manhattan, right?
Right.
Space is an issue and you're paying a crazy price. So
That's crazy,
let's
yeah.
just say that in South Korea, in Seoul, it's the same tiny space. But if you're paying like half the price.
Right. So I was like also looking up like rent. You know,
Yeah.
like if I was going to move there, how much would rent be? And on average for rent, right?
I've got the number two.
Oh, you have it? Go for it then. Yeah, please. Because that's the biggest thing I didn't
In
realize.
Seoul, South Korea, once again, the most expensive city in the center of Seoul, South Korea, a one-bedroom apartment on average is $1,100.
Yeah.
In Shanghai, China, once again, the most expensive city in China to live in, the average one-bedroom rent is $1,050. So roughly the exact same price.
And this is like the Manhattan of the Asian countries.
In Los Angeles, it's $2,700.
Yeah.
In New York, Manhattan, it's $4,200 for a one-bedroom rent. That's more than my mortgage here.
Damn, is it real? That's the number they gave, 4,200.
$4,200 in Manhattan.
Yeah,
in the
yeah, I
middle of
know.
Manhattan.
That's crazy. now.
Obviously, in all these major cities, if
Yeah.
you live a little bit further outside the city center, it gets cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah.
But I'm giving you just to compare, like in the middle, the most expensive thing. So it's so much cheaper. Because if you think about a one bedroom in the middle of Seoul, Korea being $1,100,
Yeah.
you can theoretically get a studio cheaper. You can theoretically move a little bit further out, get the same size for cheaper.
Yeah.
You can make it work with the other variables, but it's so much cheaper. Because what did I tell you my Con Edison bill was?
That's
It's
crazy.
$770.
That's
It's
almost
$770.
you can have a nice place in Seoul.
Yeah.
God damn. What's it? I remember the ranging from like even like the lower base parts of like Korea
Yeah.
was so nice. $300 to $800. If you could get into that period, you live pretty well there.
You live really, really well. And if you want to
Yes.
like
Yeah.
go into some of the other countries, right? Japan. Everyone knows about Japan,
Yeah,
right?
Japan. Yeah.
Most expensive part of Japan to live in is Tokyo.
Yeah.
In Tokyo, the average one bedroom apartment in the middle of Tokyo, $900.
That's crazy. That was the biggest thing.
That sounds so cheap.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Just because of the price of all this, I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I can live there.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how much the difference is crazy. Because I was thinking about like Southeast Asian countries.
Yeah.
You know, they always talk about like, oh, like Vietnam, Thailand, like
Yeah.
the cost, your dollar goes so much further. But even in China, Japan, and you know, Korea.
Obviously, the income is proportional to the rent, right? So people
Yes.
there on average make less.
Yeah.
But
yes. Yeah.
if you go in there with some of your US money, some of your nominal savings, right?
Yeah.
You can get by and live a very luxurious life over there.
Yeah. That's yeah.
And if you're teaching
keyword
English,
luxurious.
you're making some kind of like bare minimum income.
Yeah.
You factor that in with your savings that you're bringing over. You can be balling over there,
Yeah. That's true.
and it won't really cost you that much. One thing I want to talk about. Actually, you tell me. Cost of transportation, living expensive,
Yeah.
or health insurance?
Right. Let's do transportation.
Transportation. So
Yeah.
in New York, a monthly pass is $132.
Monthly.
I actually think it's more than that.
Oh yeah, it's over 200 now.
Yeah, in Los Angeles, it's
Uh-huh.
$50, but it says you really need a car.
Let's just say it's 100. Yeah. Okay.
In Seoul, South Korea, on average per month is $45.
Yeah.
In Shanghai, China, on average, it's $30 for public transportation. And
Yeah.
in a lot of these cities,
It's exactly.
the mass transit system is better than what we have.
It's so much better. There's just so many more options. It comes every like 10 minutes.
And the rest of it is basically we don't have health insurance here.
That's a big one.
We don't have universal health insurance
That's a
here
real big one.
in
yeah.
America.
Yeah.
In a lot of these Asian countries, there is at least some bare minimum.
The basic, yeah.
There's like some
exactly.
basic one. Like I know in
Yes.
China, most people get basic health insurance,
Mhm.
but when you get to like surgeries and more complicated treatments,
procedures and
some
stuff
of
like
a good chunk comes out of pocket.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But at the bare minimum, you get basic health
like
insurance.
checkups, like prescriptions, shots,
Right.
Like X-rays, scans. It's usually going to be included.
So like some people in China will get the basic health insurance from their state or province, city government, and then they'll buy additional private insurance to cover like in case they have like, God forbid, like something serious happened to them and they need treatment and blah, blah, blah. And that covers enough.
Yeah.
And usually that's more affordable too.
To put things into perspective, we have people in America that will commit crime so they could get arrested so they could treat an ailment.
So they can go to jail.
Yeah.
And get free health
exactly.
insurance.
Like this is what this country has a resort to.
There's a lot of stories about people in this country where when they get to a certain point in their lives, all the money that they saved up their whole life just goes towards their end of life medical needs. Whether it be
I've been reading a lot
needs,
more of that. Yeah,
or if it's like emergency cancer treatment or like something.
Yeah.
Just imagine you're working your whole life.
Yeah.
And you have to just think about, maybe most of this money has to just go towards keeping me alive towards the end.
I mean, like the fact that like America is very diabetic and, to cost just for like, medicine for insulin is so much more because, we have a big pharma group and stuff like that. But
yeah,
going back to your retirement thing, I think there was this like old lady, right, in Walmart.
Yeah.
You could clearly see she's like really struggling to keep working. But you could hear her talking to herself in the break room and someone like recorded her. I can't keep this up. Like she was just talking to herself.
Oh, you mean in general when older people have to work these minimum wage jobs?
Yeah, and then
that breaks my heart sometimes when I see that.
I think she was 80, right, and working at Walmart. And I remember, I think thank God this had a good ending. They just did like GoFundMe. She was able to retire from that money.
Oh, that's good.
But then Walmart was like, take that down, da da da. But so the guy,
fuck Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. So the kid was like, oh fuck this, so he quit to keep the GoFundMe. He met up with her and he transferred her on site. And she was like super happy, but it's crazy that we have
but
to do
we
that
can't do that for every single person.
Yeah,
that needs
yeah,
it. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a nice story, but
for every that one grandma, the other 100,
tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that are in that exact same situation where, like when you're young, you don't think about this stuff.
Yeah,
not having like health insurance or not having decent health insurance when you're older is kind of crazy.
I think the older we got now, it's just basically us trying to figure out how do we take care of our parents with like how the health insurance thing is right now.
Right, yeah. Because when your dad went through it, you had to go through a lot of hoops just to figure out health insurance.
It was mad stressful. That was terrible. Because like they were even saying like, this building doesn't qualify for this plan.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that was a thing.
This building? You mean this hospital?
So they had like different locations, right? But they literally send us to this location, right? And then because of that, it didn't fit the tax code for our health plan that we have at that moment. So it's just crazy. And then you have to call them and then you have to compare from the state to the government.
Yeah.
All these like loopholes kind of thing. But yeah.
Is there any other Asian country that you would like to live in that's not Korea? What would be like your few that you would want to live in?
I think Japan for sure. I think
everybody says Japan.
I think you and me will say Japan.
Everybody says Japan.
You know what's funny? Because like also I think
everyone has such a fetish for Japanese culture.
I don't know if it's fetish. I just think it's like it just kind of makes sense. It's just it's almost logical.
But they don't like foreigners.
I mean, I know, but we could,
we like them. Pass. They really don't like us.
We might be able to pass.
You're Korean. They really won't like you.
That's true.
I'm Chinese. Same thing too.
We got to pretend we're Japanese. You know
There's some like weird tension between Japan and Chinese right now and China right now. So there have been like some Japanese artists, musical artists who've had concerts that were previously planned and booked.
Yeah.
And then the government is telling their citizens to protest all Japanese things. So it'll be what was a sold out stadium. No one came.
Damn.
Because there is all this tension between the I think it's the Japanese prime minister, the woman prime minister, and something she said about China.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, the Japanese prime minister. She's a character. I remember she was doing I think she was playing the drums with South Korea's president.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cute. But I was like, what are they doing?
What's this doing for her?
I was like, they're terrible. But I was like, it's cute. But I guess the other
Japan for sure, I would say that. I would say South Korea because there's so much. Because I love Korean food.
You love soju,
but I love Korean food. Yes. I love makgeolli.
Makgeolli, yeah,
I love soju.
I love the kalbi. That's the one thing. The food.
As a Chinese person, I have Korean food and Chinese food as 1A and 1B. It's so close. I don't even want to say that I like Chinese food better because sometimes I don't like Chinese food better.
Yeah.
As much as I love Chinese food,
Yeah, it's a very different contrast. You know, that's the thing.
I think I get more diversity in Chinese food, but Korea has much more Billboard Top 100 hits.
You know what it is? And the flavor profiles, some things, it's like the fact that Korea really maximizes pork and sesame oil.
Yeah.
That alone is like, oh, you know, that's very Korean.
I might be wrong in saying this, but you
Yeah.
do a few things very, very well.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But I
I
would say
agree.
Chinese cuisine does a lot of things good.
Yeah.
And some things
Yes.
amazing, but a lot of things
It's
good.
good.
You do a few things amazing.
Yeah, Korea's like, wow, that's interesting right there. It sticks out right there.
Korea's like the one-hit wonder of
Yes.
musical artists. Like they put out
They hit bangers. They do
Yes.
bangers where China's like, they're just consistently good. They're like, China's like Coldplay. I'm trying to think what we are. We're
China
like,
has the albums where you would
Yeah,
never
the solid albums.
where you would never skip through a single song.
Right.
But then Korea has the albums
The
where
number one hit,
it's got like
but the album sucks.
yes, the whole album generally is not that good.
It's kind of like Guns N' Roses. Like if you listen to their whole album, it's like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, but there's a few songs.
But that, yeah, Sweet Child of Mine, you're like, yo, that's good. November Rain, great. Those 1 or 2 songs. The
Yeah.
whole album, it makes no sense. But Coldplay, you can listen from the whole album. You're like, oh, that was a good journey.
Yeah. You would not skip a single song on the album.
I think also,
What were we talking about?
We're talking about-
what countries would we
I
live
was
in
gonna
that's
ask
not.
you because what's it? Me and Lindsay, we really fuck with Hawaii. Does Hawaii count?
No.
I mean, no, it wouldn't.
In
It's
this
too
case, I
American?
wouldn't count. Yeah.
Okay,
In this case, I
okay.
wouldn't count.
It's too American.
Yeah,
still.
it's too easy for us to say that we'll move there.
Yeah. You know, I guess the other thing is like, you know, people always talk about Thailand. I don't know. I never been, so I wouldn't know. But Vietnam, maybe.
Yeah.
The Philippines, I've been there. But it's been so long that I've been back, so I don't know anymore.
Were you
I
in
don't
a
know.
major city in the Philippines or like a smaller city?
I was in a lot of cities. I was in Manila,
Okay.
then Cebu, and then Boracay. Like they're like the big major cities. I toured a lot of it. I always wonder like, would I consider moving to China? But the fact that like there's no way I can learn Chinese. I'm too dumb to
you know,
learn
in a lot of
Chinese.
these, in the big
It's
cities,
impossible for me.
there's like a expat community. So it's a group of people like there'll be people that let's say move to China a lot, right? And
Yeah.
they tend to be in let's say Shanghai.
Yeah.
Within Shanghai, there's like maybe like a district where a lot of the foreigners tend to hang out.
Okay.
So you can find community wherever you live.
Okay. Yeah, I figured.
But
yeah.
would you think it's cool to move to Shanghai but hang out with a bunch of white dudes?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
you know
to
what I
me.
mean?
Yeah, like I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's like going to a hostel, and it's like everyone's a foreigner, but like I'm in a different country.
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't count.
It's like going to a nice French restaurant and your son gets the chicken nuggets.
right.
It's like, why are you there to begin with, right?
I guess it's kind of like my parents or our parents living in Flushing, but it's New York. But Flushing became such an Asian hub.
That's basically like living in their own country.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, this is kind of like best of both worlds for them.
Yeah.
So I guess for that case, it's very
So you would
different, right?
never consider living in China as a Korean person?
I don't think. Look, not that Chinese food's terrible, but I rarely really crave it. Sometimes, like the only times like if I'm like, oh, I want hot pot or dim sum.
So the only real country aside from Korea would be Japan?
Japan, I think Japan. Damn, and it's not a fetish thing, but because I'm not really into anime.
You're not into Japanese culture that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
but
think
like,
you just like the food.
the food is the main thing,
and
Like,
you
I'm
love
really-
JAV.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, definitely, bro. Yes, I'll find my love there. Love of my life, she'll be there.
No comments?
I do like the idea of like Japanese culture is very like conservative in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Korean culture is very different. They're very conservative, but they're very progressive in the sense of like when you look at K-pop, it's very sexualized in a way.
Provocative.
It's very provocative. That's a better way of putting it.
Okay.
Provocative. And you know, like but it's very conservative though in that country.
Okay, here's some reasons why people would live in certain cities, okay?
Okay.
These are the soft landing cities. So
Soft landing.
they're the cities where it would be an easiest transition for
Okay.
an American person because the people speak English a lot, maybe the cultures are very similar or they're just used to like American people.
That means the Philippines should definitely
So
be
like
up
these
there.
cities are where people tend to go as a soft landing spot.
Okay.
Singapore.
Singapore makes sense. Yeah.
So Singapore, they speak a lot of English.
Yeah, very eloquent English.
They
yes.
might have that Singaporean accent, but they can at least speak English, so it's easy for you to
Yes.
go there. You might live in Singapore. Besides the cost of living there,
Yeah, you're right.
you might live there because it's easy. It's Chinese-ish food. It's Indian-ish food.
Yeah.
But it's also like they speak enough English where you can kind of survive.
That is true. I know some Singaporeans too.
Right. So that kind of works out.
That could work actually.
Okay. Some other. Let's see. Oh, I lost my list. Where is my goddamn list?
Does India count
as a soft landing city?
I mean, not just in like an Asian country. I wouldn't live in India. Just FYI.
I'm not gonna ask you why you would say that.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons.
So Singapore is a soft landing city. They have this listed as Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia is a soft landing city because there is apparently a lot of Western retirees that live there.
Oh.
But then that goes back to my question. Do you want to live in an Asian city where you're surrounded by Western people?
I guess
not
maybe.
necessarily, right? Okay, Taipei, Taiwan, because there's a lot. There's a lot of international tech workers and English teaching.
I totally forgot
easy.
I totally forgot about Taiwan.
Yeah, China.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the soft landing cities where you might see yourself in.
Okay.
Let's see. There is the digital nomad hotspots. So this is people who like to
off the grid.
No, like they just I don't know.
Travel.
Their jobs are like making Instagram reels or like YouTube content or I don't know. They can work wherever they are.
Okay.
And they just need to live in a nice, cheap city.
All right.
Why do I keep losing my place in this goddamn list? I'm sorry, guys. These are the digital nomad cities. So Chiang Mai, Thailand.
Okay.
So this is a place where a lot of solo digital nomads and content creators tend to live in.
You know why they're going there?
And this is the coffee shop capital of the world, where there is
South Korea.
No, Thailand. This part, like, I guess because if you're a digital nomad content creator, you need a lot of coffee shops to work out of.
Okay, I guess Thailand's the best.
I guess that kind of works out that way. Okay, now I know why my phone's doing this. Every time I do landscape mode and then portrait mode, it keeps going all the way back to the top. Da Nang, Vietnam.
Okay.
A lot of young families and remote workers tend to stay there by the beach.
Okay.
This is currently one of the fastest growing American expat hubs in all of Asia.
Congrats.
So once again, you have a lot of expats, Western people that you want to live there in. And the final category of cities that people tend to move to Asia for are the mega city experiences.
Yeah.
So this is like we talked about, someone that lives in Ohio that does not live in Flushing, that wants like some Asian fetish culture.
Asian fetish culture.
Number one, Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes way sense.
Even for you as a person that is not like into anime or like Japanese culture, you can see yourself living there. Number two is Seoul, South Korea.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
I think this makes sense because of all the K-pop, K-culture thing that's like bleeding into it. We want that. And the last one is Bangkok, Thailand. Ben, do not say anything weird about this.
Love the food.
Do not say anything weird.
What? Lovely people.
Do not say anything weird about why. Yeah. Anyways, is there anything else there anything else that we wanted to talk about?
I feel like hold on, let me go back to that.
I guess the final thing would be, can you factor in all of this? Oh, so you have something?
I was gonna say for housing and space. I don't know what's the different part is that, you know about China is that there's so many different parts of China that it could vary. That's the thing. Like Korea is very singular in the sense of like it's gonna be cramped. It's going to be tiny. You know, it's going to be very metro based.
Yeah.
Unless you like live in Jeju or something, but that's not where people are going to travel to, right?
Yeah.
But in China, I feel like there's like, you could be in like the mainlands and then you could be somewhere like, you're talking about like, you know,
mountains or.
Yeah, the mountains. But like a lot of Chinese cities are like very super developed.
Yeah.
And like, I'll watch some of the videos and it looks like China's becoming Hong Kong, like everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like even just the buildings themselves, I'm like, these are crazy looking.
Are you trying to say that China probably has more diversity in the types of?
Yeah, that's the thing about, and you know, that's why like I can't say I don't want to not go to China. It's just I don't know enough about China, and China's evolving so fast. So it's like when you look at some of the videos of it, the travel videos, it's like it almost looks like it's gonna become a new Tokyo. Or a new Seoul.
Yeah, there are certain cities like Chongqing, China, where that's the neon lit city that you've probably seen on social media.
And this isn't like a joke, but I remember they're even saying like even the women of China
are evolving.
are not evolving. I'm not saying that, guy. I'm not saying they're evolving.
Are evolving?
I'm just saying that like they said that like even different provinces of China, the Chinese women are very different. You know, in very good ways. Of
You
course.
would like to go to northern.
So see,
China.
see how you just said that?
So in northern
Right. See how
China,
you just said that? Yeah.
in northern China, the women are statistically a lot taller.
Okay.
And because of, I think, like the the cold weather and everything, that they're more
angry.
hardy.
They're angry. They got
They're more hardy. They're
hardy.
taller.
Okay.
But there is, like you said, because China is so big,
Right.
that there is actually a regional difference between
is,
the
right?
look of the people in certain places. So
Yes.
northern Chinese people, like in Dongbei, tend to be on
Right.
average more taller
That's
than
crazy.
southern people in China. And
see,
like
yeah.
even their facial structures, you can
It's
tell
different.
which regions they are from.
Right. And that's the thing. I was like, China is just so large that if you go to China, it's like you would have to go to 3 different parts to say like you got a little bit of everything. Where
Yeah.
Korea is like you just go to Seoul, and you just got kind of like the whole package right there.
Okay, final question before we get to the end of this podcast. Factoring in everything about your life and about Korea,
Mhm.
yes or no? Just yes or no, not a percentage, not a maybe.
Okay.
Do you think in the future you will ever live for a substantial amount of time in Korea? Yes, it's just yes or no,
Oh.
not maybe. It's not like if this, if that. Just
yeah.
factoring everything in
Ooh.
your life.
Ooh.
Just yes or no. Do you think you'll ever live in China?
I'm gonna say yes. I want to say
sorry,
yes.
Korea.
What did you say before?
I said China
Oh.
for you.
No. A substantial amount of time. I'll just say like a few months. Let's just say, right? I think a few months is pretty substantial.
Like
It's
live
not a
in,
vacation.
no,
Live.
Live.
So like a year.
yeah.
No.
Minimum couple years.
Then no.
No?
No, like it's just
And what's the main reasons do you think that you would say no instead of yes for that?
I do. That's hard to do. Like for anyone, just uprooting, especially like that we're like in the middle of our life.
Yeah.
You know, and this is going there.
I say
would-
at any point in the future.
at any point. I don't know. I have so many different
Knife to your head,
variations.
yes or no. At any point in your life, you'll live in Korea for at least a couple years.
If a knife to my neck, I'm not gonna say no. That's the thing. I wouldn't say no to it. So sure, I guess. Yeah.
No sures. This is knife to your head, yes or
Knife
no.
to my
Ben.
head.
Knife to your throat.
I'll be
knife
there
to your
for 2 years.
balls.
Knife to my nuts.
Knife to your balls, yes or
Both
no.
nuts. I'm gonna be circumcised. Fuck it, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll do it. Knife. Lindsay's holding my nuts.
I'm
with
not
a knife.
asking you would you want to. I'm asking you.
Yeah, I would.
I think you're missing the question.
No, I actually would. Like, I would like to.
Yeah, that's not my question. I'm not asking if you would like to. I'm asking, do you think in your life you ever will live in Korea for a couple years?
Realistically, no.
Okay,
But I would like to.
yes. So it's no.
Yeah. What about you? You're gonna say
Realistically,
yes?
yeah.
No way. Yeah,
I think there is a
man.
there is a more
You're not going anywhere. You're staying right here with
there
me,
is a
bro.
more than 50% chance that in my latter half of my life, I will want to just not want to. I will move back to China.
Yeah, aka New Jersey. That's as far as you're gonna go, bro. You ain't going anywhere, bro. Maybe. Sure. If you want to say China, let's add a town after that. So yeah, I'll say maybe.
Chinatown.
Yeah. You might live there. You might live in a Chinatown, bro. But you ain't going to China, bro.
Okay, on to ranting and raving. This is my favorite part of the whole podcast where
Yep.
we like to rave about something good happening in our lives
Mhm.
and rant about something shitty. Ben, do you have anything that you want to rant or rave about this week?
I thought it was really cool. We did this episode. One of the things was about housing. I kind of went into like, how's parking like in these kind of countries? And what's it? So if you go to Korea, right, Korea is really cramped to the point where you don't need to drive. So a lot of people in their 30s or older, they have no idea how to drive a car.
Oh, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Well, it's like younger people here are driving later and later in their lives. So that's why like a lot of 20-year-olds just don't have their license.
Right. So what's it? If you do happen to have a car, I thought it was cool. Like if you have to park your car, you know, all you have to do is like leave your contact information and block a car.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, like that's very acceptable there. And I was just like thinking, like, if we did that shit here, like,
I used to do that.
yeah, but like I was just thinking about like no one really does that anymore. And the fact that like they understand it's just a very common thing.
Yeah.
It's acceptable.
I think it's because
The
they know that
courtesy.
parking is at a premium.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't have to do that. So in Brooklyn, back where I used to work, when there was alternate side parking,
Yeah.
So there is not enough parking in the whole neighborhood that when they do alternate side parking, that all the cars, like half the cars, can just disappear somehow, right?
Right.
And then come back 3 hours later.
Okay, yeah.
It's just not physically possible.
Uh-huh.
So what everyone would do was they would all double park on the other side of the street. So this entire row that has alternate side parking today just double parks on the other side of the street.
Holy shit.
But then they all leave their number on their dashboard.
That's actually really cool.
So that the person that they're blocking, if during those 2-3 hours, if that person has to come out, they'll call. But the whole neighborhood understands that we have nowhere to go.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
So I do want to say in certain select parts of New York where it's a necessity, everyone kind of does that and it's like okay to do it.
Shout out to the traffic cops that like understand that and like, you know what? No ticket.
No one gives a ticket.
That's the biggest thing.
No one gives a ticket.
Right. Because that's what I was thinking about, the tickets. But...
Just imagine you have a guy it's his first day on the job.
He's like, I'm making a killing today. He's like, I'm getting that promotion.
He's getting like 20 cars per block.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's like, yo, my whole month quota today.
Yo, imagine like they're like, son, you're doing such a great job. It's your first week only. That's amazing.
How pissed off would that whole neighborhood be?
Yo, they're gonna all look for that one officer that puts their like.
Do they have
badge
to
number.
sign the tickets?
Yeah,
they do. Right?
You have to identify who you are, the badge number. They're gonna find that one dude.
They're gonna kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
This whole neighborhood's gonna kill him.
There you go. What do you have, bro?
I have to rant about. So I think I talked about this in the past. My Verizon internet home bill thingamabob.
Okay.
Is TV, internet, and phone. I don't use the phone.
Oh, yeah, I hate they still include the phone.
We have a triple package, right?
Yeah.
And they used to constantly charge us for NBA League Pass. So I took it off. So I bought it for a couple years.
I was going to say, you have fucking League Pass?
And then I took it off.
Okay.
And in their system, there's like some kind of glitch. So even though we asked to take it off every year they still charge us.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you get it for free now.
So that every year my wife has to go through this process where she has to make 3 to 4 phone calls.
Dude.
To tell them and explain the same thing every single year. And then we get the credits. We technically get League Pass for free because they cannot deactivate it. So they just give us a credit.
Okay, yeah.
So, but she doesn't like making 3 calls for something that she doesn't use.
Dude, that's fucking annoying.
Anyways, that's always been like the worst thing, right? So just recently, last month, I downgraded to just internet.
Okay.
It used to be $200 for the triple play. Now I downgraded and it's $95 for just internet. But what happened was when I was downgrading, I was with the customer support and they kept telling me, okay, I was like, I want to downgrade. What's the cheapest internet thing that I can do? And they were quoting me a bunch of stuff, right? And then they were telling me this is the cheapest thing that I can give you right now. It includes some kind of insurance thing. And then I was like, can I take off this insurance? They're like, you can modify your plan once you start the contract.
Okay.
But can I take this off? Yeah. Oh, you're allowed to make changes as soon as you start. You can make changes on the first day, on the last day.
Again, as soon as you sign up, you can do whatever you want.
But can you take this off from the beginning? I'm giving you the best plan that I can right now, but just know that you can modify it on day 1. You can take it off.
Yes, but can I modify this particular part?
I was like, and then I was like, Miss, I want to know, are you allowed to remove this for me this second before I lock into this plan?
Yeah.
Let me recalculate this for you. But I'm already offering you the best plan that I can do, right?
Yes, miss, you told me that part.
And then I think she knew that she lost.
Yeah.
But she said all this BS. So then she's like, okay, the system has automatically sent you an email with the plan without the insurance thing.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But then I looked at that email. I was like, this is $20 cheaper than what you said you could do for me. Follow the instructions on it and you'll get what you can get. So like, it was annoying that I kept asking the same question about something. And I'm sure she makes commission or something, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's why she's like pressuring me or like trying to trick me into it.
Yeah.
So she was doing everything she could to sell me this insurance plan without lying, without straight up lying. So she kept dodging my questions.
Yeah, like a politician.
3-4 times.
Yeah.
Can you take this off? Well, you can make this change later.
Yeah.
That was pretty annoying. I guess it's like a 50-50 thing. So now my internet thing is like, my plan is like half the price, but I had to go this whole thing just to get this insurance thing off.
So sure, yeah. What you have to do is just call us, make 3 to 4 times, we'll credit it back to you. No problem.
They're so scammy. All right, guys, we're at the outro. Ben, we've survived. We did 2 episodes. and it's not that late, and you came. Well, it is not that late right now, but you were late.
Yes. Yes. My car had issues too. That didn't help.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to drive here.
Supposedly, yeah.
I even parked on the street so that you have space to go into my driveway.
I know. I was like, oh, thank God, that'll be nice. I was thinking about it because I was like, oh shit, parking's gonna be a bitch. Maybe.
Do you regret buying this car,
No, not at all. I love this car.
even though it's leaking fluids?
That's the thing. I think my dad is kind of being dramatic, to be honest.
Leaking fluids is leaking fluids. There is no drama or not drama.
No, because I checked the car too, and like I went with it one time, and we started the car, we pulled it out, we checked the floor, there was nothing there, and I was like,
Maybe it's already leaked all the fluids.
maybe. I mean, everything looks fine for now. It just seems fine, but the only thing that I was thinking is the radiator, because the radiator was leaking. That's the only thing. But I was like, that's the radiator. That's fine.
At what point would you sell off the car? 'Cause I'm just saying.
Next week. But for now, knock on wood, the car seems fine though.
Have you driven the car recently?
No, just out of respect for my dad, because I don't want him to like bitch at me about it. So I was like, all right.
Also, so you haven't driven the car at all since he said there's probably something leaking?
Yeah, I mean, he told me this morning. I was like, are you sure?
Did you drive yesterday? I thought you
Yeah,
said
that's what I was saying. I was like, I didn't notice anything. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
So when he said this morning, I was like, fuck, man, like, that's just annoying. But, he's convinced. I'm like, all right, if you think so, then, I'm just not going to, it's not worth the
Oh,
trouble.
you know what? You have a parking spot. This is a separate thing, but
Yeah.
because of all the snow, there is
Uh-huh.
maybe like 60% of the normal parking spots now. So
Right, yeah.
there's like zero parking.
Dude, yeah, it's bad.
How bad is it on your block?
Dude, it's a little better, but it's still so much snow. That's the thing. Like, we have so much snow that's just not melting.
And there's nowhere to put it.
Yo, I
There's
feel
legit
bad.
nowhere to put it.
I feel bad for the people that like they can't move their car and they're getting parking tickets still. Like a friend of mine
I thought they suspended
No.
alternate side parking.
No, dude, my friend still got a fucking ticket for it. I was like, yo, that's fucked up.
Is he buried in snow?
It wasn't even that much snow, but I was like, she's tiny. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be impossible for her. But still, I was like, that's kind of fucked up, no?
You know, this is a great opportunity for kids that want to hustle.
Yo, for
Just
real.
go door to door and like sell a car snow removal service.
That is true.
I'm sure your friend would pay $30-$40 to get her car shoveled out.
Yeah, I'm
right?
sure.
And that's like 2 kids. How long does it take? Like half an hour per car? Less than half an
Yeah,
hour?
if it's 2 kids, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's like $20 for her half an hour per
They can probably
kid.
charge more now.
They probably could because it's ice now. It's not
Yeah.
snow. It's now ice removal, not snow removal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you could charge like $50-$60 to get your car taken out. And I think a lot of people would probably pay the $50-$60 to get their car taken out.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah, kids don't hustle like they used to anymore.
Well, that's what's showing our age. It's
What
like,
the hell are
yeah.
we talking about? Okay, we're at the outro, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been a great episode. We're gonna try to see where we are next time. I guess we'll most
Where
likely
are we gonna record? Yeah.
we'll most likely still be here. Do I have to see you again this month?
I don't think so.
Probably like in maybe late February. I have to see you.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe one more time.
We'll figure something out. We'll get some ideas for the future going forward. Hopefully, the next time I see you, it's not as freaking cold as it is right now.
Yeah.
All right, Ben. I think I'm tired out.
Yo, I'm not allowed. I was like, fuck, I have to go to work later, bro. I'm tired.
What time do you start work?
I have to get there a little early, so we'll see, man.
That's the other benefit to recording at night. Because I go home, I'm tired from this, and I
Yeah.
can go straight to bed.
Yeah. Like, I need a nap. That's what I need right now, but I don't think I have time.
I've said this before. It takes a lot of energy to project my voice and to keep a conversation going for like 3 hours.
Yeah. But yeah, we still do it. We still love it. That's the thing. We still really enjoy doing this. That's the thing.
It's been fun.
We miss doing it. That's
It's
true.
been a lot of fun.
But yeah, you can find Linji. What's it? He'll tell me who is he talking to. You find us on the handle Workstation Pod. Is there anything else I can add from there? Leave us a 5-star review. Send us any ideas if you can. Linji's pretty much signaling like, yo, you're just taking it over for now. But yeah, we'll try to get something out. You can always just DM us whenever you like. But those episodes, 5-star reviews, and our handle Workstation Pod. That was pretty good, right?
That's not bad.
Yeah, thanks.
That's not bad. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Yo,
We really
I gotta take a nap. Fuck.
We never ate these cookies from your mom.
Fuck these cookies. I'm gonna sleep on these cookies.
We really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to us. I
Yeah.
personally appreciate all the kind messages. Whenever we get a new kind message, I screenshot it and I show it to Ben. So Ben wants to thank you personally. Ben, thank everyone personally.
Squirtle. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
It does mean a lot when you guys send us like why you listen to the podcast, how long you've been listening, all that kind of stuff. I always show it to Ben.
Yes, I was gonna say Lindsay does do that. It is really touching.
It is really, really nice. It's nice to know that. Oh, I was gonna say we're the only surviving Asian podcast left, but then you were saying that Dumb and Rick started their podcast again.
Yeah, they're back, bro. I think the production got better.
Did they get better?
Our production got worse.
We're using less lights. They have increased production.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like we lost funding.
We're like PBS.
Yeah, bro.
The government has cut our funding.
Shit, man. But it's good to be back, though.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. All right.
Bye.
See ya.